Don't say hit on, I picked you up, I hit on you, I'm chatting you up. Don't mention that you came up and talked to her after the open. Just, you're in a conversation. Don't talk about game in game. Try not to point out that it's a cold approach. Just talk. Does that make sense? So that's twice the whole like, are you waiting for your boyfriend? Or essentially you're waiting for your boyfriend. And I thought I'd chat up a cute girl. Those are man to woman, so you are correct. If you're absolutely no man to woman and you need it desperately, that actually might help you in the short run. But it's a bad habit for the long run because there are so many better ways to be man to woman and so many better frames in which to do it. That makes sense? Because you don't want to point out that game is in progress. You don't want to remind her game is happening. You want it to feel like it just happened. We had this magical conversation. One thing led to another, etc. Who's this conversation about? You or them?
Her. Yeah.
Her. Yeah. So that puts her in the leadership and you in the passengership, right?
Yeah. It's putting her on the pedestal.
Yeah. That too, right? So yes, the pedestal, but also just she's in charge.
How would you flip it?
Be willing to talk about yourself and give your own opinions about things. Be willing to tease, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So we did do question answer tease, yes? That exercise. Question answer tease. Yeah. So that's one. So you're asking her these questions. Tease. What do? You're an influencer. Oh my God, one of those. You want to take charge and become the leader. If you stay the passenger, at some point it's going to end.
Right.
Okay. But I mean, being the passenger is a whole lot better than having not opened or having them blow you off or not talk to you. So it's an okay place to be. But be aware that that is the position you're in right now. Also remember the exercises we did the first night. Specifically, I love and I hate. Could be a really good thing for you. Like having more opinions about things. So you're making all these observations, but you're just, here's a fact, here's a fact, here's a fact. I love this fact, or I'm very into this fact because of this in my story. Be willing to tell stories, be willing to have opinions, be willing to say, I love this, I hate this, that kind of stuff. That'll make you much more engaging than these like very kind of mundane questions. So maybe if you ask the question, she answers, then follow up with I love or I hate or have an opinion or have a story. That makes sense? A mission for you would be to try to never ask 3 questions consecutively, right? And ideally, very rarely 2. But like 1 question's fine. 2 questions in a row is bad. 3 questions in a row is like death. This is the danger of the direct approach. Right, the direct approach. That when you say, "Hey, you're cute," as the approach, no matter, there's just a certain amount of times that girls are just gonna, because you're basically saying like, "I would like to have sex with you," as your opener to an extent, right? And so a certain amount of girls are just gonna be like, "Not interested. I have a boyfriend. I'm in a hurry," right? To avoid the awkwardness or to not, go there because they're not feeling that way yet, right? Oh. The beauty of an indirect approach is that you have more time to convey your personality before getting to that point, right? And so he had, 1, the advantage of being in the ice cream shop and having more time, but 2, his approach was very like, hey, what is the ice cream actually all, like there's a long line, like, is ice cream actually that good here? Right, something like that. And then he's actually talking a bit and conveying personality before getting to the point, right? That said, if you are starting out in game and you have a hard time being man to woman, I actually like a direct approach as a training wheels.
Yeah, it gets it out of the way.
Because you, at least the interactions you're in will be man to woman. And the trade-off is you will get more upfront rejections,
right?
But the ones you're in actually have they're actually going somewhere, right? But once you get to the point where you get used to and comfortable with making it man to woman,
right,
then I would actually suggest switching to indirect or semi-direct as your
So I have the right training wheels on now based on how you see my dialogue going. Yeah.
Exactly. But once you get more comfortable with making it man to woman, then going more indirect would be fine.